Hello, guys. How are you? This is your girl, Charlene. Today is Tuesday, May the 9th. The year is 2023. First of all, I'd like to say good evening to everyone. I hope that you have had an awesome day. This is the day that the Lord has made. I'm hoping and praying that you have rejoiced and been glad in it. Um, Before I get started, I want to go ahead and say what I always say to everybody. Um, when I do my podcast and things of that nature, I always speak from my perspective and I always use my opinion. And my opinion is solely based on my experiences in life and things that I may have witnessed, experienced, or been a part of. So, of course, it's going to mean something to me and hopefully it will mean something to you. If it does not, that's perfectly okay. That's why it's called my opinion. So I want to say that before we go any further. I really did not have a topic to speak about this evening. And those of you who have been listening to my podcast, you already know that I just speak off the cuff, which simply means I just speak about things as they come to me or as God has placed it in my spirit. And this evening, I just want to speak about God's peace and His love and His serenity, and about how blessed we are, and also about how if we just stop, look, and listen, everything we need to get us through a day is right here within our fingertips. And I'm going to say that again. Everything we need to get through a day is right here in our fingertips, at our fingertips. I'll use the correct English. Thank you. um, so as I go on, I will explain a little bit more about what I am talking about. Um, First of all, I'd like to say I am actually speaking in terms of mental health. And I'm doing it because this is the month of mental health. May is mental health month. So because it's mental health month, I decided to speak on some mental health type issues for this particular episode. And I may come back and do a part two. It just depends on, like I said again, what the Lord drops into my spirit to share with everyone. So again, considering May is the month of mental health, I just wanted to talk about everything that we need mentally. It's right here at the tips of our fingers. And what I mean is, guys, some of us may not have the resources or what have you that we would like to have to take the big trip, to take the cruise, to fly across America, to even go to the beach for a weekend. But fear not, because the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. Now, what exactly does that mean? That means that everything down here on this earth God made, and He made it for us to enjoy for free and without charge. Now, Charlene, what are you talking about? What I'm talking about, guys, is that I worked today, my regular shift, and then when I got off of my regular shift, it's not really a shift, but we all have hours that we work, so I guess you could call it a shift. But anyway, once I finished that, I went and did something else. And so I technically was working from 7:30 this morning until 6 o'clock this afternoon, or a little bit later. And I was a little bit tired because the day before I actually went to a camp with my son, and we did some canoeing and we did some shooting of arrows. So I was out there using arrows and bows. Lord help us. But anyway, it was a fun day, and I was exhausted from that day. It was a long day. And I've had several long days the past week. So mentally and physically, I found myself becoming a little exhausted. So I'm going somewhere, if you guys give me a minute. So the Lord spoke to me today, and as I got off and was heading home from work today, the Lord spoke to me. And I heard in my spirit, relax. And I started thinking, oh gosh, I really want to go to the beach. I can't go right now. I got all this stuff coming up with my job. I've got to do this, I got to do that. My son's got to do this, got to do that. the Lord said, relax again. Just that loud, just that clear. And I'm thinking, well, how can I relax? I gotta go home. I gotta cook dinner. I gotta wash clothes. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. For a third time, the Lord said, relax, breathe, stop, look, and listen. So I called my older son and had him to pick up the younger son. And I just took a drive. I went and found something to snack on, and I just went and I took a drive. And I drove through downtown in Winston-Salem. And if you haven't been to our city, it's a beautiful city. We are a city of arts, and there are several different locations downtown that one can actually go and relax in. So I decided to come on Trade Street. We actually rode around, and everywhere just looked so busy. Like I went down to a location that they call Bailey Park that we have downtown. That was full of people playing frisbee, laying in the grass, this, that, and the other. I do that sometime as well. But the Lord was like, no, not there. So I drove down a little bit farther and I saw a walking trail. I was like, well, maybe I can get out and just put my earpods in there, my AirPods in there, and take a walk. The Lord was like, no, not there. So I drove back around and I went near a waterfall section. And in that section, there were some men who were working, doing some type of repairs, and maybe they was watering the grass, but they were doing something in that area. And the Lord said, no, not there. So I kept driving. I drove around one more time, and I rode past Trade Street. And in our city, there's this little place where sometimes we have little concerts and or things. It's like a little small amphitheater, but behind it, there's a little quaint waterfall. Well, the water is like drizzling down off of the rocks into a little rock pond. It's man-made. However, it is still very, very peaceful. And the Lord said there. And not only did he say there, but there was one parking space left. And I was able to pull right in. So I was sitting down here. And at first there was a young lady down here and a young man. And they were not close to me at all. So they couldn't hear if I was having a conversation on my phone. I couldn't hear them. We were that far apart. But as I sat here, I could see the sun going down a little bit over the trees. Now, mind you, I told you guys that I love the sunset. So I could see the sun going down, over the trees. And I am watching the sky turn from a bright blue to a pale blue. I am also seeing people walk by every now and again. But the thing that has been the most rewarding for me is that God put the mountain and the water together right here for me in this little spot. Now listen to me. Again, the Lord brought me to a place where there is like a little bit of rocks, and the water is falling over the rocks, drizzling down over the rocks. And that reminded me of one of the things that I love most on this earth, which is a beautiful waterfall. I've traveled the mountains here and there and everywhere looking for beautiful waterfalls that come down over the rocks in the mountain. And today, God brought me to this little place right here in town. And so, I'm sitting here by myself. Nobody has walked past me in at least 20 minutes. There are some cars coming behind me every now and again. But I can hear the water coming down over the rocks. I hear birds chirping in the air. I see the sun going down. And it's all beautiful. And guess what? I have come to a place where I am relaxing. So my message to you today is to stop, look, and listen wherever you are. Be still so that you can hear God's voice speaking to you. Be still so that you can see the beautiful things that He has prepared for you right here at your fingertips. Yes, it's very exciting to travel afar. Yes, it's very, very wonderful to explore and be that spontaneous person. I'm her, I am she. I love that. But when you come to a place or a time where you just need to relax, listen to the Lord. Turn your radio off. Sometimes we're so busy listening to our favorite song on the radio, we can't hear God. We're looking at our favorite television show, we can't hear God. We're talking and telling them or whatever on the telephone to one of our friends or family members, all kind of things, and we can't hear from God. But if you really want to hear from God, and you really want to hear what He's saying to you, and if His message to you is to relax, He will guide you and send you to where you need to be for that time and that moment, and especially in that season. So, my thought for today is again, stop, look, and listen, and learn to relax. Learn to take time for yourself, even if it's 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, or what have you. You don't have to travel the world to get that same effect. Again, you don't have to travel the world to get that same effect. I'm not telling you not to travel or not to go and do things that you want to do. God bless you if you can do that. That is beautiful. That's wonderful. I like doing all of that. But in a time in your life where you just need to listen to God and hear from Him, just be able to be still. Just be able to hear His voice. And if He's telling you to relax, relax. And there are several different ways to learn how to relax. And so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. And I hope that you guys got something out of that message. I hope that it was clear enough for you to understand what I was trying to convey unto you this evening. It definitely meant something to me, as always, because it was something that God put in my spirit. So, again, it's my opinion, it's my experience, it's my share, it's my care to you this evening. Hope you got something out of it. If you want to respond to this, just email me at V as in Victor, E as in Egg, T as in Tom, T as in Tom, E as in Echo, 618@yahoo.com. Again, that's Victor, Echo, Tom, Echo, 618@yahoo.com. God is so good, guys. I'm sitting out here. I can feel this beautiful breeze. I can hear the little birds chirping. I can see the water coming down. The Lord showed me, girl, just go right downtown. You're not at the beach. You're not at the mountains. But look, you got your water right here. You got your rocks right here. This is a peaceful place for you today. So find your peace, find your place, and God bless. Until the next time, this is your girl, Charlene. Enjoy your evening, and I'm out. Always remember, Jesus loves you, and so do I. Until next time, bye-bye.